Hello and welcome back to Flutter by Nessa. I am here today to share my favorites with you. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're having an excellent day. I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into it. I wanted to do my favorites because I know it's a weird time to do that because it's not the beginning or the end of the month, but I haven't been able to film for a while, and so I wanted to share. The first thing I have is something that I think it was Rachel Loves shared it on her channel. She was trying out things and she tried this and I really liked it. So I went and tried it and it is a favorite. It is the Wet n Wild, sorry, you can see the ring light. The Wet n Wild Color Icon Shade Shifting Blush. It's limited edition and it's called Zombie Blush. Now look at this color. Okay, tell me that this is something that you would look at and be like, oh yeah, that'll look great. Look at that craziness going on there. But it is beautiful. It looks kind of green, brown, gold, rosy in the pan. But when you put it on, like, look at that. When you put it on and you shear it out, it is blush color. And it's really beautiful. It's actually quite, now it's patchy on my hand right here, but it is a really beautiful color. And it's kind of a neutral blush color, which surprised me when I saw Rachel put it on. And so I went and I got it and I tried it and I love it. I'm sold. I'm very happy I have it. Plus it's Wet n Wild, so it's not super expensive. This is a rediscovered favorite. I have a couple of these palettes from the Naked Flushed line. This one is Streak. The other one that I have is more purpley, and the bronzer in that one is quite shimmery, which it's not bad, but it's not my favorite. This one is kind of the coral shade. This highlighter is beautiful. I love this highlighter, and this bronzer is excellent too. I love the whole thing. I like to use this over my whole face. Well, I like to use it for my face and for my eyes. It gives you, of course, a really pulled together look, something that is very cohesive, and you have everything that you need. I really like it, and I was happy to find that again, pull it out and use it. A new thing that I'm really enjoying is the Colourpop. This is one of their recent releases, Good Sport. It's got beautiful colors in it, and I saw on Instagram someone comparing this to the Gingerbread Spice palette from Too Faced, and they're pretty similar. This color is different. It's more of a pink in the Too Faced Gingerbread Spice palette, and I think the color that might go with this or this one is more bright. It's a brighter color. Because with this one, I do bring in a color for highlighting if I want it to be like a bam highlight on the inner corners or just in the inner part of the lid for me. And I really like it. I've been enjoying the looks that I've been able to come up with. Oh, this color right here is really unique. It's called Rookie, and it's kind of a maroon mauve red with blue sparkles in it. It's beautiful. Really enjoying that. Another thing that I'm really enjoying that I've just found a look that I really, really like is from Winky. This palette is called the Perfect Palette for Prowling About. Or maybe it's just called the Kitten palette. And on the back, that's what it says. It's the Perfect Palette for Prowling About. So the Kitten palette, and I got it in a BoxyCharm a while ago, and then I don't remember what inspired me to grab it and try it, but I love it. I just go in the crease with this one. I can highlight very subtly with this one. This goes on the inner corner. That's a great highlight. This goes all over the lid. It's got not the blue-brown shift. It's more of a mauve pink undertone, which I really like. And yeah, if I want to deepen up, I can either use the blue or this one down here, and this is a great one for right by the lashes. I have lots of colors similar to that. I don't think I've even swatched that one or that one. But I've used this palette on several occasions, and it just gives me a look that when I look in the mirror, I feel put together and I feel like me, and I feel like a best version of me, which I am a fan of that. So I've been enjoying that one quite a lot. Something else, let's see. Oh, a couple of foundations that I've been loving. I love the Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation. The shade that I am having the best luck with is Porcelain. I have the one up from that, maybe it's Vanilla, but that's a little bit deep for me. So when it was midsummer, I got away with that, but right now it's a little bit deep for me. But the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation in Fairly Light Neutral is an excellent shade for me. That's what I'm wearing today, and I really like it. I put it on and it just looks like a second skin, and you don't need much because it is full coverage, and you can sheer it out if you want to, which is what I usually do, or you can build it up as needed. And yeah, these two, my favorites right now. Let's see, I have a couple of color correctors that I'm loving for blemishes and concealing. I just put a little bit of this NYX green color corrector. It's CJ12 in green from the NYX line, like I said, and I like it. I put it on before I do my foundation. I put on lotion, primer, and then I put on the color corrector, and then I'll put my foundation over the top of it. And then if I need to have a little bit more correction, I can go over it again if I have a stubborn spot. But I really like how it neutralizes and helps me out with that. And then this is the Cover FX color corrector. This is a full size. I thought it was a mini because it's a tiny little thing, but it is super potent. I use that for circles under my eyes, and I really like it. This one is just the peach, 7J11 it says. Loving that. Moving right along, I've kind of unofficially had this in my project pan. It's not really in there, but I have it sitting next to all of my project pan items. It's the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer, and I really like it. Yeah, this one's just clear. Oh, it looks like I am running out. Now that I look at it from the bottom, it feels like it's the primer that just keeps on going. I think it's the first ever e.l.f. primer that I ever got, and I really enjoy it. I wear it either with, over top of another primer, the Hangover RX from Too Faced, or just on its own, and I really like the smoothing effect that it gives, and I'm not sad that it's running out because I have several primers that I want to use, but I've been really enjoying it, and it is a great one. Another thing that I love is my Wet n Wild blush brush. It just has the perfect little angle, and it fits right on my cheeks. I can set it on that way, or I can turn it upside down and just brush things on really nicely. I love this one. I have to have other blush brushes because I like to wear different colors, and they can interfere if you are only using one and not washing it every day. Is there someone out there who washes their brush every time they use it? How do you have time for that? I'm just curious. So another blush brush that I am enjoying is the Real Techniques. This is the 302, and for several reasons. It's so pretty, and I love that it's not rough on the handle, but it's very sparkly, and the sparkles don't come off. And it's beautiful, and it is another one that does a great job of just letting you fluff it on. I still prefer the shape of the other one, but this one does a really good job, and it makes me happy to look at. So I am also loving, this one's beat up, it's been around for a while. This is Pasadena from Ofra. You can tell it's the old packaging with the dark lid. And then this one from Dose of Colors in Stone. I'm wondering if these aren't just very similar. Actually, I was curious about this. So there's Pasadena, and here's Stone from Dose of Colors. Stone is a little bit more purple, a little bit pinky purpley, and Pasadena is a little bit more brown. So I hope you can see that. So that's Pasadena and then Stone. I like them both. I really like kind of a lavender undertone, and Pasadena is kind of like a My Lips But Better color. So I've been enjoying those. Let's see, just a couple more things. I really like the Bare Minerals Perfecting Face foundation brush. It's the one that has the hole right there in the middle. I find that if I just put a little squirt and fill that little hole up and go all over my face, I like the way that it blends out, and I keep reaching for this one. I took it traveling with me too, which normally I would take a separate brush so that I don't interfere with my everyday routine, but I really like this one, and I took it with me and had to get it back out to use it again when I got home. Two other brushes that I am loving. I have always really liked this e.l.f. Professional Eyeshadow Brush. It's just flat, domed, like it's very simple, but it's so great for packing on. Oh, I've used it recently. Can you see that fluff? All the powder coming out. I have two of them, and I put a little band of pink nail polish on the other ones so that I can tell which one I've used, because sometimes I like to use them all the time. And so it's nice to know which one I just grabbed so that I don't mix colors. Then this one from Morphe, it's the M510. Now I got this back when Jaclyn Hill did her first set of favorites for the brushes, and it was just a collection of brushes they already had. This came with that set, and I didn't get around to using all the brushes in there, or even a bunch of the brushes in there, because I kept it in the little box. Hold on. It's like the one that she just released, but it's a black container. Really solid, great. You open it up, and it just has all of your brushes in there so they don't get smushed and deformed. But I am loving this one. It's huge. Look at the size of that thing. But I use it as a crease brush to fluff in the crease, and it diffuses everything for me. It takes so much of the work out, and I am such a fan. So the Morphe M510, super loving it. Now the last thing that I want to talk about is mascara, and I have kind of a duo that I'm using right now. Sorry, I keep flipping my head. This one piece of hair doesn't want to stay over. This is, I got it in a BoxyCharm. This is the Wander Beauty Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara. I really like it. It is not as dark as I'd like it to be, but it fans my lashes out, and it does hold a curl. I have curly lashes anyway. I don't curl my lashes because I have hooded eyes, and I don't need to curl them because they're naturally pretty curled, but this makes them really fan out and be fluffy. And then I go in with the Bad Gal Bang mascara from Benefit and just kind of darken up the roots and then lengthen the tips a little bit more. And I'm gonna be sad when I run out of these. It's probably coming up soon here because I've been doing the Dream Team for a while now, but really like this combination. So that's everything that I have for favorites right now. I know it's kind of a funny time of the month. Hopefully I'll be able to get this video up soon so it's not outdated by the time it's up. I hope you're having an excellent day. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know what some of your favorites right now are, whether they're new, whether they're for this month or just in general, and let me know if there's something that I should check out that should be my favorite. Yeah, if you enjoy videos like this, please give this a thumbs up, and if you'd like to join me again, hit the subscribe button so that my videos can pop up automatically in your feed and we can hang out. Thanks so much. I will see you next time. Bye.